Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss on creating a Docker Ubuntu container on my Linux distribution, which is Debian, and we'll see what commands of Docker we can run to verify the newly created container, how to check the image, how to stop and remove the created containers and image as well. And finally, we'll do SSH to this newly created container from that Linux PC, and I will cover all the prerequisites needed to configure a freshly launched Ubuntu container. So let's begin. So here is the Linux PC from which I will create the Docker container. So if I do a docker ps command, it says nothing is there as of now. So to create Docker, we can do it via two way. First of all, we can pull the image and then we can run that image, or either directly we can run the image. It will pull the image from the Docker hub in background. So I will show you the Docker hub quickly. This is the hub.docker.com from where it actually pulls the image. And suppose you need whatever you need to download from the Docker hub, you should search for that. Like I need to install Ubuntu container, so I will search Ubuntu here to check the name, valid name. So it says Ubuntu is the name of the OS. So I will copy this name. It says Docker official image. And then what I will do is I will do a Docker run. Now a few flags we need to note here, like to run this container every time. We don't specify a time, like it should run for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. We want it until we stop it. So we'll run it in a detached mode. And I want to get access, bash access of this newly created host. So that's why I will do a -it. And then we can give a name to our container, which will be demo Ubuntu. You can choose any name according to you. And then finally the image name which we took from the Docker hub. So I will hit enter. So it says unable to find image locally. Yeah, definitely, because locally there is no image. You can see it's empty. And now it has downloaded the Ubuntu latest image from the Docker hub, and it has created one container for me. So the benefit of using Visual Studio Code here is we can download the extensions. Like I have downloaded this Docker Explorer, and it really helps me to manage the Docker containers and images. Like suppose I don't know any command, or if I'm not able to recollect the command, so what I can do is I can go and try these options. Like suppose I want to stop this container, so I will put docker stop, and it will give you the command also, like which command we need to put. Docker stop demo ubuntu. It will take some time. Yeah, you can see it is stopped now. Now let's say I need to start this. So you can see the command it gave, docker start demo ubuntu. Likewise, you can do multiple things here, like we can do inspect. So basically inspect is checking the parameters of this container, like what is inside it. Few important things are also there, like the IP address. So what IP address this is using. So by default, Docker will assign this 172.17 series of IP to any newly created containers, and these IDs are also important while doing some automation tasks. So let's say this is the IP which will be useful while doing the SSH to this container. So now what we'll do is we'll go into the bash of the newly created container and we'll set up this as a SSH server. So for that also, let's say I'm not aware of the command to how to how to go into the bash of the newly created container. So I can use this feature of VS Code where it says execute in bash. Yeah, you can see I'm inside the container now. So as this is a newly created container, most of things we need to do from scratch. So I have created one file like where all the important commands are there. So first of all, we'll do apt update. Yeah, it's done. Now I need to install openssh-server. Yeah, So basically this SSH command is asking for me to put the geographic area. So I'm into the Asia, so I will select 5. Now it's asking for time zone. So the nearest city to me is Kolkata, so I will put 44. Yeah, now it's setting the SSH for us. Yeah, it's done now. So now, first of all, what we'll do is we'll check the status of SSH. It say SSH daemon is not running. So what we can do is we can start it because we already configured it. So yeah, it says starting. Now again check the status. It says SSH daemon is running now. So yeah, that's done. So finally what we need to do is we need to create some user. Like we'll with the help of this user we'll try to log in via SSH into this container. So I will let you know like what are the flags I have used. Suppose I added useradd and help. So these are the flags available to configure a user. And if you can see, I have given hyphen small s and after that the path. So this denote actually what is this shell I want to use. So I want to use the bash shell, login shell of the new account. So for the username Deepak, I need bash shell. So that's why I have said small s bin bash. So this is the username, sorry, user group. Small g is the group ID, name or name of the primary group of the new account. So this, I want this new user to be in this group. And again, the capital G is the supplementary group for this group. And then the user ID. So in Linux, each user is having a unique ID. So I will create a unique one. And this is the user. So I think this user is already there. So I will add some new user there. This time, let's say Deepak underscore new. So let's add this user. So user is added. Now to check this user details, we can put ID Deepak new. You can see whatever the parameters I have defined, it's visible here. So user ID is 1004. It's part of group root. The supplementary group name is sudo and all this information. So as soon as we created the user, we need to create his password. So what I will do is I will do a passwd and I will select one password. So password is updated successfully. Let's verify whether we can go to this user. So what I did is SU is the switch user and the new username. So you can see I am into the new user now. So yeah, our user account is ready. So now what it left is to do a SSH from our host PC, we can say, which is a Linux PC. So to do a SSH, few information we need is SSH username, which we already know, Deepak underscore new, and IP of the container. So we already did a inspect and found that this is the IP. Yeah, it says remote host identification has changed. So not to worry, it will give you the solution also. Remove with some new set of keys for this particular user. So we'll just paste it. Yeah, the new set of keys are created. Now try to log in via SSH. It will ask for password. And you can see I am into the Deepak underscore new, which is the new user we created, and this is the container ID. So by following this approach, you will be able to create your first containerized Ubuntu host, and you can SSH into it by using the Docker provided IPs. So that's it for this video. Please let me know in comment if you like or if you want me to create more such videos, or do like, subscribe and share if you found it helpful so it can help others as well. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.